Hello, and welcome back to Solo Challenge with the boys. Let's see it. Let's go ahead and jump into. I feel like the volume is pretty quiet on this song. I'm gonna up my volume a little bit to see if I can set it right. Elysium. What have we played recently? We're due in Elysium. I knew it. And yeah, let's see if we can. I kind of want to try and do more moderate level explanations, but we'll see. Let's start by just, looking at the two corporations. 12 extra starting dollars with Credit Core. However, this $3 extra on Vitor you get for playing every card that has a point symbol on it, including this card. So it's actually 48 to 57. So it's only a $9 difference. Over the course of the game, we might get some money back on cards over 20, $4 rebates. That includes greeneries, which can be very, very potent for clearing out a solo challenge. Whereas Vitor goes against solo challenge doctrine and incentivizes playing points cards, which aren't necessarily that great in terms of terraforming the planet and winning the game, but helpful for getting high scores. Biosphere support is generally a pretty weak card unless you're playing Ecology or something and know there are going to be oceans on the board to get some money walk. Loan can help you get like a super great start, but you better have cards where you're getting a lot more production than -2 out of the 30. Right? Imagine if you spent $30 for 2 production after using a loan to pay for it. That just means that you've wasted your prelude. You could have got something that was just money or energy for the rest of the game. And then ecology experts, just, you got to check. Do you get kelp farming? Do you get trees? Is there something interesting here? So, science tags, energy, a little bit of Earth synergy with Miranda Resort, not so bad. And then tectonic stress power requires science tags or processor is kind of cool. It's a pretty not stellar start. You have the weird mix of like you need 3 tags to get to AI Central. One of them is on fusion power, but to play fusion power you need to get energy tags. To get energy tags you need to get science tags. It's a mess. No tags that we need are actually in our starting hand. So we just take money, and again, the loan doesn't help us. It's kind of a negative card. This is what I would call a really bad start. And there's no reason to play Ecology Experts, which allows us to cheat out a card without looking at its bonuses, other than the fact that we could play shuttles for 2 income and a little bit of a discount. But I just don't see that being super relevant for this build. So we go ahead, we grab Martian Industries Biosphere support. We'll grab some of these cards for energy. We'll even grab Ore Processor to help us later on. And we're just going to buy a lot of cards, presumably, because right now we don't have anything better to do with our money. We get even more money. We get some incomes. And I could play the big asteroid now. It'll end up giving me $2 extra. I'm gonna wait 1 generation just to get another card draw. Because again, this was a really bad start overall. Energy tag, I hate grabbing this for the -1 point, but it helps us get to the energy tag requirement that we have. This energy tag helps us get to fusion power. So let's go ahead and just play out some energy, baby. So an energy coming in here, energy and steel coming in here, an energy tag from this bad boy, and fusion power. Now, why did I do that? Yeah, sure, we got our card, we got our unlock, life is cool, I can turn energy into money. That's not really what I want to do. I don't want to turn energy into money. I want my energy to either turn into heat, or what I'm realizing is, let's get the ore processor working for us. If we do get a science tag, we go up to 2 science tags, we can potentially chase tectonic stress power. Now, notably, so far, if we look at cards played, we have not played any cards with points on them, so Vitor would not have been more helpful. But we've not played any cards that were worth $20 or more. So credit card also not giving us a tremendous amount of value. Again, a relatively bad start that we're looking to kind of claw our way back from. All of this is helpful with the exception of the ocean requirements here. The science tag helps us get to that other energy card. Building industries helps us get more production. I would really like an ore processor, and that will help us start getting some oxygen on the move. I don't have enough for building industries. I could sell cards, but instead what I'll do is instead of letting this 2 energy turn into heat, we're going to trade 2 heat next turn that we would have had for next turn into a steel production. So now I have 4 steel coming in. That's pretty powerful. I've got a titanium production coming in, and I have a reserve energy. We also have the science tags that we need to go after tectonic stress power, using some of that that energy, which is fine. And then from there, what I'm hoping to do is get closer and closer to AI Central. Also, I grabbed Protected Valley because it's an oxygen bump, but it's also a building tag. It's over 20. It's a greenery. It gives us a bunch of extra income. I could see us putting that down somewhere in the center, for instance, and then growing our greenery empire in that fertile area. Deimos down certainly will help us terraform the planet. Bushes will help us later on. Mangrove is too much of a late card for me to really want to consider right now. So we're going to keep doing those oxygen bumps. I could play standard technology. We would not have enough to follow that up with tectonic stress power, so we're going to pass. The biggest benefit that we have going for us right now is the fact that we do have some cards over 20. Now, look at this. We get some energy tags here, or sorry, some science tags here. That's great. Peroxide power, I don't really need it that bad. I have tectonic stress. Titanium mine is going to help us play these big space cards that we've been piling up. We're waiting to play the big space cards until we have our discount from shuttles, which we're getting to quickly because 5% oxygen. We're going up 1 per turn just with our clickable action. And Radchem Factory I normally grab because I like to chase 63 TR. This run is such a bad run, trust me, that we're not even going to play the game of let's try and get 63 TR at the same time. It is not really on the table for us. Okay, so science tag. Now every other science tag means that we get a... We'll get a... Excuse me, I don't know why I'm stuttering so hard. After we play every other science tag, we will get a benefit. We will get a card draw. I really want to play Titanium Mine this turn. And I really want to get energy income. Now, the only way I can see to get energy income right now is to also get some steel income, like from a board placement. We have a greenery. Right now, we're open field. I'm going to go here so we can go for those 3 cards later on. And this extra energy income, at the very least, will turn into heat. We didn't have enough energy in our pocket to make the difference, so that works for me. Advanced alloys, that is incredibly powerful for us. It's one of the stronger cards in the game. And then Archaea Bacteria certainly does help. Getting a little bit of plant income always makes a big difference here. Now, we're going to get the advanced alloys first before going out after Archaea Bacteria. Trying to think the best way of doing this. I would like to turn some of our energy into money. I'm going to turn 3 of it into money just to make this turn more efficient. So we get shuttles at a discount. We'll use our steel for development center, and we have 1 energy left over to get a card draw. Very, very potent. Next turn, we're going to have $15 worth of steel. We're going to After doing our click, we're going to have $20 worth of titanium. We can go for big asteroid. That'll get us more titanium. We can put that into Deimos down. I think that we're going to be in a pretty good spot. We're going to start terraforming super hard. We just got our discounts. It's round 7, so I'd argue that we're behind the 8 ball on a few things right now. But overall, we're looking pretty good. Underground City is interesting because it's $6 worth of steel and can really help us move to a different place on the board. So I am going to pick that up. Let's get a card draw. Restricted area. Don't mind more pickups. A little bit of oxygen bumping. AI Central, looking at you. I think what I'm going to start with is actually a restricted area over here for the titanium. Let's go ahead and draw an extra card. Hired Raiders, very potent when you have advanced alloys. So we go from that into big asteroid. And then because we got money back, we're $1 shy. It's not what I had planned. Okay, let's turn our energy into money again. It's proving to be way more useful than I thought it would be. That gets us Deimos down, which is a ton of steel. And not only is it a ton of steel, it's also money back because the card was over 20. We're going to go ahead and steal 2 steel from the neutrals. It cost us $1. We got much more back. And then 7 steel is AI Central. Again, it's over 20. We get money back. And now we have more cards coming in. Isn't that lovely? We actually have enough for Underground City. That's pretty freaking sick to me. Let's play an Underground City. I want it to be adjacent to an ocean where we're going to put a granary, perhaps here. And I'm just going to put these down so that we get ocean adjacencies later on. Oh, baby. Did we ever get a lot of terraforming just now? Now, after 1 turn, I feel so much stronger. We actually can still play Arctic Algae, and we've played no ocean so far. How incredible is that? Large convoy, really powerful as well. And we've got 1, 2, and I could have 3 power or 3 card draw, 3 buttons, but I'd rather get the oxygen bump this turn, and I'm going to give a card draw. Which I think is important, despite the fact that I really didn't want to do it. This is pretty great because we have a discount and we get titanium back. We have advanced alloys, so all of that is really good. Methane from Titan is worth exploring, worth considering. It's over 20, so we'll get some money back. And then we turn around and we get Archaeobacteria, perhaps. That'll get us 1 more greenery coming in, 1 more plant income. Again, at this point, greeneries are pretty much solved just by virtue of us being able to do these clicks. We do have our energy up to 5 again, so we can go. We don't have to limit ourselves next turn. Arctic Algae can single-handedly get us over the edge here, but we still have plantation, bushes, protected valley. We really don't need to be investing in that income anymore. It's all about I mean, we can go after some science because science is just really strong, but it's really about getting heat bump cards at this point. I am going to still play Arctic Algae, and I'm still going to be looking to play some of these oceans so we can start getting some adjacency benefits. In fact, I'm probably going to do that right now, but let's start off with 2 card draw, $2. Mining rights is interesting. It's particularly interesting because I have so much extra steel right now that we can convert steel into titanium. Arctic Algae, followed by, we don't have any money back on events. That's not going to change. Subterranean reservoir, we're going to put that here. Again, we have a card in our hand which allows us to put an ocean in a water reserve tile and an ocean reserve tile. Something I'm certainly looking to do. I make a little bit of profit buying industrial center and just putting it here for 2 plants. We get a greenery this turn if we do it that way as well. Pretty good. I'm just debating whether or not we want Protected Valley. It would bring us some production benefits. It would limit us from getting some other benefits, but we have so much steel. I just want to keep our tempo high, so I am going to do it. And from here on in, we don't want to do any more clicks of this ore processor. We want that energy to actually turn into heat, because that's where we have the biggest barrier for us. And just because oceans have a benefit to us in that we can put greeneries beside them for money back, I'm still going to play lichen. Even though I just said last turn that the plants aren't a priority for us. We did just get anti-grav technology, which makes all of these cards that much stronger for us. It means that this is like really, really strong. But at the same time, we have standard technology, which conflicts with it. One of them discounts cards. The other one discounts just not having the cards. So here's an interesting thing. We got Ice Asteroid, which is absolutely goated right now in terms of getting those ocean stands. I'm going to play it. But we got to make sure that we have enough money left for Nitrogen-Rich Asteroid, because that's just such a great card. It does come with a heat bump, but very importantly, it gives us 4 plant income, which again, even if I don't need the plant income, it is just a tremendous amount of income that could then be converted into like picking up more adjacencies with oceans and stuff like that. I call it ocean walking. Let's go ahead and buy Nitrogen-Rich Asteroid as well. We're getting money back on these events. We have a greenery to get us over the edge of requirements. I have a lot of steel, so I don't mind playing a mole just for the money back. 6 steel income means that this is like pretty easy to do. Let's go grab a card at the top. Kelp farming, interesting. Nothing wrong with doing a little bit of research right now. Get a resource and then see that's a weird thing. It doesn't let you spend the resource right away. But we did get an interesting card, Terraforming Ganymede. Again, I could spend my energy to make a titanium right now. It's just not something that's worth doing. What is worth doing is that GHG factories that we just picked up, which we can do by selling cards that are unplayable. We have a handful that we've accumulated over time. And then we take that and we get our loan. We turn that loan into a GHG factory. And then with these greeneries, I'm actually just going to walk them around this ocean to get as much money back as possible. Again, we could turn our energy into titanium or into money, but I'd much rather go for the other stuff. So this is, again, pretty incredible. Another Jovian Multiplier. The first one didn't really make that much sense to play, but now that I have the second one, we talked about this in our last episode. These really stack in a way that's interesting. And with Credit Core, you can kind of get away with playing them in the last generation because you're going to be getting money back for playing them. So you can kind of wait to the end to go down that path. Though Interstellar Colony Ship would give just as many points at this point. Not to mention something like Gene Repair would give us card draw. So there's lots of things right now that would be good to do. I wouldn't mind doing a large convoy because I don't see us having enough money for animals in this game. But maybe I'm wrong. Normally you would save until you have animals to play, and then you could get some benefit out of it, but You know what though? If I do have this, no, I have standard technology, so I really don't have to play water import from Europa to buy a couple of extra oceans. Still, I'd like the card draw from Large Convoy, so I think I am going to play it a little bit on the early side, grab the animal or the planets, and then go for this awesome 3-part draw. I wouldn't mind doing a flood. It's not that great points-wise, -1, but if it keeps us on track and keeps up some tempo, I don't see a problem with that. Again, I have all this steel. We have a ton of building tags. So by playing this one, we can get our 20th with you. Get an extra card draw. Lunar Beam, I don't think we need the energy, and if we did, we'd play Wave Power. Gene Repair is a card draw as well, but all of this is superfluous to what we actually need, which is just heat bumps. So I'm gonna buy a single heat bump. Let's see if we can sell 5 cards. Like, I don't need you. A plantation could be nice. We don't have enough cities, though, to really make this number of greeneries make sense. Kelp farming, again, would be nice, but it's just not relevant. Going for 63 TR is fun, but I'd rather win than do that. So, bam. And in the last turn, we can turn our energy into money or titanium. This is pretty cool, but we're not going to do any of these cards because they don't strictly help us with the heat bumping, which is what we need right now. Technology Demonstrations is a pretty cute little card. For $1, we're going to end up with 3 cards back. Not enough. Lava Tube Settlement can be played, but for a city up here, which is not that great. We're going to keep our little water walking with our greeneries coming in. Putting this here gives us enough plants to keep going here as well. This is a 3 adjacency for $6. Again, we're leaving a lot of points on the table right now by not having cities. So as much as I like these Jovians, I bought them for the opportunity to go after them. If we have any leftover money, the real value would just be buying standard project cities. So, with that said, we have to buy up the heat bumps. 1, 2. Unless I'm gonna get this card draw. I don't think I am. I don't have a good placement unless I buy a greenery. But I'm just gonna like settle up our tab here with terraforming first before worrying about any of that. Yeah, we'll take our extra couple bucks. We'll buy our ocean. And we'll buy the final ocean. So it doesn't leave us with very much money, but we have a lot of metal. What does that mean for us? I mean, 3 points from you is pretty sick. Leaves us with a couple of metal. Go after just a cute little Noctis farming. It's hard not to go for an interstellar colony ship because it's worth 4 points and gives us $4 back. At this point, we take a quick peek through our cards. What's not getting us cost-effective points? Again, we have a lot of extra plants coming in. Buying standard project cities would have been incredible. Instead, we're kind of scraping the barrel here on a couple of 2-point opportunities, which is fine. You grab the 2 points here. We sell the cards that we can't play. I almost sold the wrong one. And then Wave Power for 1 more card. So 20 points on cards, not enough cities, and quite frankly, just shy of 61 TR. I could be made to feel bad about this run, but I will not, because, like, it was so bad. Like, our starting like hand of cards, right? Like, absolutely was it not a good starting hand, and yet with Credit Core and then some good draws in the mid game, going for some science, getting some discounts, holding off on the Terraform, we did get a full Terraform, and just barely we got over 100 points. So 2 out of 3 ain't bad, and 61 TR. What the hell? That means that, like, had I kept the 2 TR event and kept that in my hand instead of some of the other cards that I ended up selling anyway, we could have had the 63. We could have had the trifecta, because instead of playing one of those last 2-point cards that I played, I could have played a 2 TR card. We would have got 2 fewer victory points, but 2 more TR for the same 101. Just saying, it's pretty cool. I'll see you next time. Ciao for now.